Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast Emporium review. As you can see in front of you today, we're going to be looking at the 1:50 scale K-Tec 1233 scraper. This is model number 15826, made by Motorart. A little bit about the K-Tec company, if you haven't heard about it or if that name is foreign to you. It's a North American company based in Rosenort, Manitowoc, Canada. So this particular model features a Volvo A40F chassis, which obviously, as you can probably already tell, this started life as a articulated dump truck, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. But obviously the main plus point and focal point of this model, if you will, is the scraper on the back. So since it's 1233 right here, that basically designates that it has a 33 cubic yard capacity. So the box is very, very long. As you can see, it barely fits in the frame. But on the back, it does have some pretty good information here, if my phone will focus, if you want to pause and read all about that there. In addition, it has the real machine's scraper specifications, including the 33 cubic yard capacity, or 40 ton and 400 horsepower required to tow this machine. Last but not least, there's a very good to scale picture of the actual K-Tec scraper itself. Alright, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get this thing open and get on with the model review. Slides out very easily, no issue there. And it comes in the typical Motorart branded interlocking two plastic formers, which you just have to separate. Pretty easy to do. Thankfully, there are no twist ties. Just separate these two apart, and you'll be able to take out the models. So the first out of the box, of course, is our A40F. And then we have our 1233 scraper. So the first thing that we will look at is the detail on both of these. Taking a look at the truck first. Again, this is normally a articulated dump truck, so it has that frame. As you can see, pretty much no detail underneath, although the tires have an authentic and real tread pattern. It is articulated and works quite well. And as a matter of fact, right here, which is not very legible because my finger's over it at the moment, you can see the Motorart logo. The mirrors and grab rails, as well as the exhaust, are made of a, to be quite honest, oversized plastic material, which is not very nice. But again, that was the same story with the articulated dump truck. A huge plus point for most Volvo models, regardless of what type of machine it is, that is the opening engine cover, which all you have to do is shake it, and you can get the top part down, and then of course you'll be in business by lifting it up. Inside, you can see a detailed Volvo engine with some fine detail and some components that are labeled there and look quite good. So there's the engine. We'll close that back up, get him out of here, and move on to the 1233 K-Tec scraper. Obviously, the first thing that you can tell about this scraper is that the paintwork is fantastic. The cylinders have that K-Tec purple, which came out great. In addition, all of your hydraulic lines leading to your cylinders and up the gooseneck are very intricate and nice, including on here. Also, there are mesh on the lights back here to protect them from dirt and debris. There's one here, there's one here. And also there's a perforated mesh finish on the actual ejector bowl. As you may expect, it does move forward. It can be a little sticky at times, but most poses are achievable. To open the plate, simply lift up, and that's a way to discharge your material. If you want to go into a carry position, however, the model tends to not want to stay in an upward position. It just seems to want to drop. So this model may be best used for a cutting position or a transport load if you want to put both of these individual pieces of heavy equipment on a lowboy. Looking on the back, you have 4 independent rubber wheels, again with that very nice tread pattern, and also a push bar here, should the machine get stuck. With that done, let's join the two together and see how they look. To do this, there's a very small pin located right in here, a silver pin, right there. All you have to do is push that back and drop your gooseneck. Make sure I line this up properly. And drop your gooseneck in, and you should be good to go. Now on the real machine, your hydraulics would hook up into here, just like that, and of course you would be able to close it. Now some of these models, the hydraulics aren't quite long enough to fit in there, such as mine, but again, a skilled collector can either lengthen these or just tuck them away over here in the gooseneck, and pretty much nobody else would be none the wiser. So, with everything connected, that's how the machine looks. It's a very nice model, especially by Motorart standards, of an unusual machine that you don't see very well. In addition, if you're not a big fan of Sweden, if you are a skilled collector, perhaps you could use a Norskott Caterpillar 725 or an Ertl John Deere 460E as your towing vehicle. Just take the dump bed off of both of those, construct some sort of fifth wheel mechanism, or you can even take it off here as it's just screwed on. But the actual K-Tec scraper itself, again, let me separate it real quick, very, very good. Perforations are good, and aside from a couple paint chips, it's nearly perfect. To make it that much better, there are some legible graphics, which when you get yours, you'll be able to see them. Warning labels, obviously the K-Tec label, that kind of thing. Really quite small, but they do tend to look very good and add just that little bit more of authenticity to this model. Last but not least, if you are interested in purchasing this model, please contact sales, that's S-A-L-E-S for those of us who are challenged, and that's quite all right, sales at K-Tec, KTEC.com for ordering information, and they will be more than happy to get you hooked up to, no pun intended, to one of these awesome models. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video of an unusual machine. Stay tuned. As always, here at Emporium HQ, we've got more stuff coming in shortly. So have a great rest of your day, and as always, be safe. We'll see you soon.